Well, we lived in a town called Vlissingen, what's in the province of Zeeland, and we had a tourist business. That's where we lived, and we lived well. In the wartime, my dad was in the underground, and then he got shipped by the underground to where we in Brabant, where we lived for a while in the war. The German soldier wasn't the bad one. The SS was the one afterwards, who came in after everything got beaten up. They walked in and they took over sections, and they ran whatever they want to do. They want to kill everybody, then they killed everybody. So there was no mercy with the SS. And when we moved to the Brabant, we lived in a nice house, and then one of the SS officers came by the house, and he kicked us out. So we load everything onto a cart with 2 oxes. And we moved to a little town, I say about 40 miles away. I know how fast an ox goes, about 10 miles a day, I think. But one of the Spitfires came down and seen us move, so they shot at anything what moved. So they came down and we all jumped in the ditch and they killed one of the oxes. All survived, a lot of furniture got wrecked. And I still don't know to this day, my brothers didn't know either, how we moved between all of us a 1,000-pound ox out of the way so we can go on. But we managed. So, and we got to the town was all Catholic. And well, my mom knew the Bible so well, I wish I knew it. One of the cardinals up there used to come every Saturday morning, talk to my mom, and he used to say, "We don't teach the people the Bible because then they get smarter than we are." So that's what happened there. We used to walk an hour and a half to the church every Sunday morning. We didn't have suits, we had the dress clothes, and march all the way down, get rocks throwing at us because we go to church, and we walked and we sang, go to church, then we come home, and then we discussed the part of the service and the Bible, what it meant. Mom did her best to try and teach us what's wrong and right, but in the wartime, it's pretty hard to tell you can't steal when you all go hungry. We stole some food and the Germans caught us and then they started shooting. So they came after us with our rifles going, bullets, I still can hear them some days. And we had about 40 pounds of food, something like that, on the back, and we jumped over this creek. So my brother and I, we made it to the other side, the Germans didn't, so we got home. After the war, we tried to jump it without anything, we never could make it. As a child, you have no fear. There was no fear. My mom must have wondered every time we stepped out of the house, wondered if we come back alive. To us, it was a game. We seen Spitfires, we see dead, we seen you name it, and it just was something we got used to. We used to go to the airfield when the planes came over and bombed, and then we shot a pig or a cow, and the Germans let us have dead ones. I think that's one of the reasons I lost some hearing, because the bombs are like closed. But we did those things when we were younger, but no fear. There was no fear there. When they landed at Normandy, my brother and I, we went up to the rail tracks, and there was an ammunition train and tanks and all that to go to Normandy. We figured out, well, we had a whole bunch of grenades, and we stuck them to the railway track, so when the locomotive hit them, the pins jump up, and then they blew up the rest. And we blew up that train, and boy were the Germans mad. They went into town and picked up 72 people, men, and shot them all. And we didn't know, that we found out later. My dad, day before they landed in Normandy, and they were coming up into Belgium, somebody squealed on my dad that he was on the underground. And then the German tortured him for, I don't know, days. And then they figured he was dead and threw him on the side of the road. But somebody found him, he survived. After the war, my mom cried because she didn't know what we were going to be like. Went through the war. We went to church, yes. We learned the Bible, yeah. But my mom did all the praying for all of us, I think. She must have, because we generally didn't think of that too much. After the war, my mom seen no future for us because we could not rebuild our tourist business because that island was flooded in the war, and the government was more like a dictatorship after the war, and we cannot rebuild. She see no future, so she packed up and left. We came to Canada and Waterdown, Concession 6, in a house where the snow will fly in the winter. And then we go to church in a pickup truck, and we sit in the back, freeze to death. I left many times, had no faith at all, or, went on my own, but always seems to come back. And he must have forgiven me. Oh boy, that's another story. First time we met her, we hate each other. We couldn't stand each other. So she worked at E.D. Smith in the summertime, and we had a couple of dates, and that was it. And then 7 years later, she came and picked up her mom, and then there was a Christmas party. And she was sitting outside. Her mom saw her, ran out, said, "You want to go to Christmas party?" She said, "Okay," and that was it. 3 years later, we married. And it wasn't good. Her Mennonite backing and my Christian Reformed backing, and so we said, "Oh, well, we picked the Presbyterian Church." So I made both families happy. 2 children, yeah, Christina and Ken. I think everybody knows Ken. Ken was something that he was born, I rejected him. I had a real hard struggle with that and questioned Jesus, why me, and all that. Now in the later days, accepted him because he's pure love. There is no hate in him, and it's pure. He comes, he's so happy. And he tells me, "Daddy, the book, that's the Bible. I have to take it." And he gets it. And then he's ready to go. We went through rough times. Myself, I had a back operation with 9 vertebrae put in a steel frame. And year after that, I used to jog a lot, and I couldn't jog. And the main artery got replaced from the heart to the legs. And then 6 years ago now, it busted playing golf. And was it ever sore, the legs? So I went in, so they replaced it. And when they replaced it, they found out I needed triple bypass. So they cut the rest of the way. So I'm scarred from my ankles to the top, all one straight decision. So yes, he brought me back for a purpose. The doctors figured that wasn't coming back because they don't like to stop that heart twice. So yes, faith brought me back. I won't be here today. I'd be dead without faith. There's no doubt in my mind. He kept me here for a purpose. For what, I still don't know yet. He got me going in all directions, but yeah. Do I wonder still? Yes. Do I get mad at him? Yes. Some nights I lay here, says, "Why me?" Or faith, you gotta have faith. Without faith, life is such a boring thing. Faith is just believe in him. And that's what he said too, didn't he? those people who have faith in me after you guys have seen me. Wait till the people have never seen me and believe. That's the true story.